The RMS Titanic, a symbol of early 20th century progress, was thought to be the pinnacle of maritime engineering. Built to be unsinkable, it was equipped with advanced technology and watertight compartments. But on April 15, 1912, it tragically sank, taking over 1,500 lives with it. To this day, questions remain: who or what caused the Titanic to sink? The widely accepted explanation is that the Titanic struck an iceberg on its fourth day at sea. At 11:40 p.m., lookouts saw an iceberg directly in the ship's path. Despite desperate attempts to avoid it, the Titanic scraped along the iceberg's side, puncturing its hull. Water flooded into 5 compartments, sealing the ship's fate. One of the most outlandish theories suggests that extraterrestrial forces may have been responsible for the Titanic's sinking. Some conspiracy theorists claim that strange lights were spotted in the sky shortly before the ship hit the iceberg. Was it possible that aliens had some hand in this disaster? While intriguing, there's no credible evidence to support this. Most attribute these lights to natural phenomena or reflections on the ocean's surface. Another theory points to a German U-boat as the culprit. This idea gained traction during the early 20th century, when international tensions were high. Germany was already building submarines, and some believed that a rogue U-boat mistakenly fired torpedoes at the Titanic, causing the damage. However, there's little historical evidence to support this claim. The Titanic sank 2 years before the World War I, and records suggest no German submarines were in the area at that time. Could the Titanic have been the target of sabotage? Some speculate that rival shipping companies or enemies of J.P. Morgan, who owned the White Star Line, might have orchestrated its demise. This theory suggests that the ship was deliberately sunk to either sabotage the company or cause Morgan financial ruin. However, J.P. Morgan himself canceled his voyage on the Titanic at the last minute, which weakens the idea of this theory being plausible. Another theory suggests that the Titanic wasn't actually the ship that sank. It was switched with its sister ship, the Olympic, in a massive insurance fraud scheme. Proponents argue that the White Star Line swapped the ships because the Olympic was damaged in an earlier incident, and sinking it for insurance money seemed a way to recover the losses. However, this theory is largely discredited. The scale of such a cover-up would have been too large to conceal for over a century. Recently, historians have explored the possibility that a fire in the Titanic's coal bunker may have weakened the ship's structure even before it struck the iceberg. It's documented that there was a fire burning in one of the coal bunkers for several days before the collision. Some suggest this fire compromised the steel, making the hull more vulnerable when it finally hit the iceberg. Although not a direct cause, the fire may have accelerated the ship's sinking. Perhaps one of the most bizarre theories involves a supposed ancient Egyptian curse. Legend has it that a mummy was being transported aboard the Titanic, and it carried a curse that doomed the ship. This story, though popular, is pure myth. No such mummy was ever listed on the cargo manifest. Yet this supernatural theory persists in the public imagination. Perhaps the most likely explanation is simpler: human error combined with nature's power. The Titanic was speeding through an area known for icebergs, and crucial iceberg warnings were missed or ignored. The ship was traveling too fast, and by the time the iceberg was spotted, it was too late to avoid it. While not as exciting as alien or sabotage theories, human overconfidence and misjudgment were likely the real culprits. In the end, the most credible explanation remains the iceberg. While theories about space, sabotage, and even curses capture the imagination, the evidence points to a combination of human error, a lack of lifeboats, and bad luck. The Titanic's sinking remains one of history's greatest maritime tragedies, but the truth is far more grounded than many of the wilder speculations.